In this video today, we're going to go through all of our different jumps. So that'll be straight, tuck, star, straddle, pike, half turn and full turn, and how to land correctly. We're going to have a little competition and then we're going to go from there. Before we start, we just need to make sure if we're in a room with lots of space, make sure nothing can hit you and you can't touch anything around you. Right, the first jump we're going to do is a straight jump. So when we do a straight jump, it's really important to get our arms by our ears, making sure we're nice and tall with nice straight arms. So when we do this jump in the air, we've got to think about bending our legs, swinging our arms back, and then jumping up nice and high. So we're all going to try together, and then when we do it, we're going to finish in a nice landing shape and try and hold this shape here for 3 seconds. When we do our landing shape, we've got to have our legs slightly apart, bending our knees, and trying to keep our heels nice and flat when we land with our chest up. So we're all going to go together on 3. We're going to see if we can jump nice and high and try and land it without stepping. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, jump up, and then try and land and hold, and then stretch up. Good. We're going to do that 2 more times, and then we're going to move on to the next jump. Right, this time when we jump, we're going to think about trying to push through our toes, trying to get that additional little bit of height. So we're going to go from here. We're going to swing our arms back, jump up, try and land, and hold, and stretch up smart. Good, well done everybody. We're going to do that 1 more time, and then we're going to start to make the jumps a little bit harder, and we're going to go from there. So we're going to, again, last time with our straight jump, swing our arms backwards, arms to our ears, and try and land and hold. Good, and then stretch up. Good. So the next jump we're going to do is a tuck jump. Before we all start, I think we're going to get everybody to come and sit down on the floor and just show us a tuck shape. So our knees need to be together, and we're going to grab our knees. So we're going to try and get into this shape in the air, and again, we're going to try and finish back in our landing shape. So we're going to swing our arms up, grab our knees, and land. We're all going to go together again. So we're going to try it on 3. 1, 2, 3, swing, try and hold, and stretch up. Very good. If we're wobbling a little bit, that's fine. Just have another practice and try your best to try and land. Hold for 3 seconds. This can be really helpful when you start to learn somersaults and you'll be able to land it. So we're going to try again. We're going to go on 3. 1, 2, 3, jump, land. Good. And we're going to do it 1 more time, and then we're going to move on to the next jump. 1, 2, 3, go. Good. Try and hold. Very good. Well done, everybody. We're going to move on to our next jump now. Right, now we've had a go at tuck jump, we are going to move on to our star jump. So if everybody shows me a star shape to start off with, you can have your legs apart, arms up like this, and we're going to try and jump into this shape when we do our jump. And then we're going to land again, back with our feet together. So what we're going to do this time, we'll start with our arms down, and we're going to swing them to the side. So we're going to go on 3. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to do star jump, try and land. Now we're going to all do it together. So we're going to go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Arms up, legs wide. Try and land with your feet back together. When you do your star jump, try and keep your legs nice and straight and your toes nice and pointed and your arms straight as well. We're going to do this 1 more time, and then we're going to start making it even trickier. So again, we're going to go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Arms, legs apart. Try and hold and stretch up. Very good. Well done. Now we've done our star, we're going to make it a little bit trickier, and we're going to move on to our straddle jump. So we're all going to sit down in the shape first. So we're all going to sit in our straddle shape. We're going to have our legs nice and straight. Try and have our knees facing the ceiling. We're going to try and touch our toes. If you can't touch your toes, don't worry, just reach as far as you can and just trying to squeeze our body nice and tight when we do it. So again, we're going to start standing up. We're going to have exactly the same takeoff, making sure we bend our knees when we start, swinging our arms up, then trying to touch our toes. So we're going to go on. I'm going to show you first, then we're going to do it together. So I'll go from here, bend our legs, try and touch your toes. Again, try and do a nice landing shape. So we're all going to go on 3 and see who can get their legs nice and high. And as I said, reaching for our toes. Ready? 1, 2, 3, up, try and land, and then stretch up. Good. We're going to have 2 more goes at that one, and then we're going to move on to the next jump. So we're all going to go again. Again, really trying to focus on getting that nice landing shape, not having our legs too wide, not having our legs too close either, because that makes it really difficult to land. So we're going to go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Try and touch your toes. Good. One more thing to think about when you're landing is not to look too high, not to look too low. Try and look forwards when you land, and that'll give you the best chance of not stepping or falling over. So we do 1 more. 1, 2, 3. Jump. Try and land. Good, well done everybody. Once you've had a go at the straddle jump, we're now going to have a go at our pike jumps. So first of all, we're going to go back onto the floor again, just to make sure you know what a pike shape is. So we're going to go onto the floor, similar to straddle, and have your legs nice and straight, toes pointed, and you're just gonna reach for your toes. Again, if you can't reach for your toes, you can go a little bit further, just as far as you can. Now this jump's gonna be a little bit more difficult for you, so if you find this one tricky, don't worry, just try and get your legs as high as possible. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like first. So you're gonna go from here, bend your legs, jump, and try and land and try and reach for those toes. Good. So we're all gonna do it together now. Just remember to try and swing up first before you go into it, just to give you that little bit of extra height, to give you the time to touch your toes in the air. So we're gonna go on 3. 1, 2, 3, jump up, try and reach, and a nice landing. Very good, well done. You see my feet are a little bit apart then. If you can get your feet in a nice line, that'll be better. Good, so we'll have a couple more goes at it. Right, 3, 2, 1, go. Try and land, well done, good. We're gonna have one more go, and we're gonna move on to the next jump. So for this one, I wanna see you can get their feet really, really high, so even higher than the last one. 3, 2, 1, jump, touch your toes, and land. Very good, well done. Right, we're gonna move on now from the pike jump, so we're gonna go on to our half turn jump. So when we do our half turn jump, it's quite hard sometimes. You don't wanna move your head around too much, otherwise you'll get lost in the air. You're gonna try and swing your arms up to your ears, try and keep your head nice and still, and keep your body nice and tight when you jump. So we're gonna start facing one wall, and you're gonna finish facing the opposite wall. So I'll show you first, and then we'll do it together. So you're gonna start here, swing your arms up, half turn, and try and land. So when we do this, again, we've got to focus on trying to land it, holding it for 3 seconds, feet together when we try and turn, and then land back in our perfect landing shape again. So we're all gonna go at the same time on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Good. We're gonna do that one more time. 2 more times actually, because we only had one go at this one, so have a couple more goes at it. Trying to get nice and high, ready for when we do a full turn in a minute. So we're gonna go from here, gonna swing arms up, jump, try and land, hold. Good, we're gonna do one more time, then we'll move on. So we're gonna bend our legs, swing our arms up, land. Perfect, well done everybody. We're gonna start making it a little bit trickier now and see how we get on with the next jump. So the final jump we're gonna do now is a full turn. So instead of facing the opposite wall, you're gonna jump, spin around and finish facing the same wall. So I'm gonna show you what to do first, and then we're gonna do it together. So again, we're gonna swing our arms all the way to our ears, turn, and try and finish in our perfect landing shape. For the first few, if you've never done this before, you might fall around a little bit, but don't worry. The key is not to go like this, because then your body's gonna go over there. Try and swing your arms all the way up before you turn, and you're more likely to stay on the spot. So we're gonna go from here. We're gonna bend our legs, jump up, turn, and try and do a nice landing shape. Good, well done. We do this 2 more times. I wanna see if you can try and land with maybe just 1 step. If you can do that, it's a very good job. So we can go again on 3. 1, 2, 3, jump. Ooh, try and land. So you can see I wobbled there. That's normal, it's not gonna be perfect every time, so don't worry if you are falling on a few of them. So we do one more, last one. Let's try and get a really nice one for this last one. 3, 2, 1, full turn. Try and land, try and look forwards when you finish as well. Very good, well done everybody. So hopefully you went through your jumps. You can practice these as much as you like. The better you are at these landings, the better you'll become when you're doing harder skills. You'll be able to land everything, so keep it up.